Nowadays, there is a wealth of expensive and unnecessary gadgets you can use to mount your equipment when you're out setting up your camera trap. In this video, I will show you some relatively cheap and easy to make solutions to mounting your cameras and flashes without breaking the bank. Right, hi, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping well. Happy New Year to you. I hope you've all recovered from the Christmas holidays, from the festivities, and I thought I'd do a short video for you today. I've had a lot of questions about what different mounts do I use, things to mount my flashes and my cameras. I often get asked in the comments what type of things I use, so I thought I'd do you a short video today just to run through a few things I use. Some are bought, some are DIY jobbies, but they all work really well for me. Now, I'll start with the camera. The first obvious thing to mount the camera housing is just your ordinary tripod. It provides a really good solid base. But if you are going to use a tripod, I'd recommend getting one that you can set the bar horizontal, the center column. It's a lot more versatile if you can adjust the center column into this position. With the center column in this position, if you open the legs out fully, you can get it right down near to the ground, which is where you want to be. Another mount that I use for my camera is this. It's just a little homemade thing. You see, I've made it. It's just a couple of pieces of wood with a metal bar across the center and a couple of wing nuts either side. And I've just bought a cheap old ball head. This one I got really cheap because it wasn't the pin, it was missing out the back, but it works perfectly well for what I need. And that I can adjust the housing into whatever position I want. And with this, what I do is I've drilled a few holes in the corners and I put tent pegs in just to make it nice and firm in the ground, so that it doesn't get knocked over, because badgers and other animals are quite nosy, and very often they will knock your gear over, just out of curiosity really. But that's all that is. It's got a little Swiss Arca mount on it, and this gets me a really nice low angle, so I can get my camera housing right down to the ground, and I can get a nice eye level angle for my camera, which is what you want really. Just like all wildlife photography, camera trapping's the same. You're always better to try and get down onto the eye level with the animal that you're trying to photograph. Now onto the flashes. I use several mounts that I use. One of them is a great little versatile. It's just a mini tripod. It's made by Pedco Ultrapod 2. It's called. It's a good sturdy little tripod. Oop. And it's got this little piece of Velcro attached to it, which means you can wrap it around a nearby tree if this one's long enough. I've got some longer pieces of Velcro, which if the tree's a little bit too thick, then I can use them instead. But that you can strap it to the tree, or it folds out, and you can use it as a little mini tripod, and it's a really versatile little thing. It's great for mounting flashes. The other flash mount I use, which is probably what I most commonly use, is one I've made myself, and all it consists of is an eye screw, a 4-inch or 200mm eye screw, and then that just bolts to the underside. I bolt it through with a 1/4-20 bolt, or you can use a camera mount that you use on the underside of your tripod plates. And that can be just fitted through into the bottom of the ball head, and these can be just screwed directly into a tree or a post, nearby tree or post, and they're a brilliant little thing. I've got a few various ones. These are just little old vintage ball heads that I've picked up off eBay, but they all work really well. And another thing, if you don't want to use a ball head, is you can use a right angled plate, just with a little wing nut on, and all you need then is to send a little mount screw through the plate, and then you can screw that either directly onto your flashes, onto your flash receivers. This one's a little bit long, but you can mount that to the flash receivers, and then this screws into a tree, and you can adjust the angle of it with this little wing nut I've put in on the side. So if you've got a bit of time on your hands and you fancy making a few of these, make yourself a few up. They're really handy little things. Like I say, you can screw these into a nearby tree or a post. Put them in nice and tight, and then you can either put your camera receiver, your flash receiver directly onto the ball head, and then your flash, and then you can adjust it to any angle you want, and nip it up. And they're a really good sturdy mount, which I've used a lot. You can then cover this with a food bag and a bit of camouflage or something, whatever. The other thing I use these little ball heads for is on poles. I've got these adjustable poles, I think they call them storm poles. They're for fishing there, and if you just type in storm poles into your search engine, you'll come up with plenty of results. They've got a little spike on the end, and they're adjustable. I think this is about a 4-foot storm pole, and it adjusts up to about, it goes up to about 6-7 feet, which is more than enough. You can get your flash really nice and high, or what you can do, you can stick it into the ground on a very low angle, and you can just mount your flash. You can mount your flash low down. So they're great. You can get any height really you want, from a few inches up to 6 or 7 feet. And I've got 2 of them. And all you need, other than your storm pole, is a little what they call a bank stick camera adapter, which you can get from most fishing shops. Again, if you put it into your search engine, a bank stick camera adapter, it'll come up with a few of these. I'd recommend you get the steel ones. This is a brass one, and I've had a couple of these break on me. They can be a little bit brittle if you're like me, a bit heavy-handed and you over-tighten things. But you can get the steel ones if you can, and they're fantastic. You'll need them. It's got a 3/8 of an inch thread, which is pretty much a standard thread for all fishing equipment. And on the top, on the other end, it's got a 1/4 20 thread, which is like a photographic standard, which should fit most of your photography equipment. And you can just screw that in, and screw a ball head into the top, and off you go. It's a really versatile and an effective stand. Well, I hope you found some of that information useful. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. I'm hoping to get out again soon. Things are a little quiet this time of year, but hopefully I'll be getting out soon with the camera trap, and I'll be sure to take you along. Thanks again for all you who've subscribed, and for your comments, for all your kind words, and I hope to catch up with you again sometime soon. Thanks for watching.